It was great getting the gang back together again.
You can't say that seriously? Well, my favorite thing about the movie, my fondest memory, was getting the gang back together.
The Drawn Together have been canceled. Canceled?
I first heard about Drawn Together being canceled in the summer of '81, I believe. I was a sophomore at North Hollywood High. No, wait a minute, that was the A-Team.
The moment I heard Drawn Together was canceled, I was extremely bummed.
We got canceled? My reaction when I heard that Drawn Together was canceled, well, at the time I wasn't really surprised, because the last season we didn't get a lot of love.
I remember where I was. I mean, we all know where we were when Kennedy was shot and when Neil Armstrong landed on the moon and when Drawn Together was canceled. So, you know, it was a little bigger than 9/11 for me. I mean, personally. It was devastating, you know. I didn't know what I was going to do without the $411 a month I got for doing the VO work.
I just know that I thought it was a silly decision because I know there were still a lot of people watching that show. Of course, most of them were drunk, so I don't think they counted.
I think this show is really, really funny, and it seemed to have a pretty big fan base, so I don't know why it got canceled.
No, we cannot remember the exact moment we were canceled because no one ever told us we were canceled.
So it never was officially canceled. We took another job, and then
they held 7 episodes off for a year. Then they put them on, and then I just kept getting the ratings and like the analysis of the ratings, and they're like, "Oh, it's doing great." Stellar was one of the words they used. So then I guess we were canceled because apparently that wasn't what the network wanted.
Yeah, I think that's where part of the, or obviously the storyline from the movie came from, where the characters are living in the house, continuing to live as if they're on TV. We thought that we were doing well enough in the ratings that the show was going to get picked up, and then one day we realized, I guess that was not the case, just like the characters in the movie.
I can't believe we've been canceled. I thought our ratings were pretty good.
Oh, Molly, hold me. Cup the balls.
When Comedy Central called to ask us to do a movie, as Matt said, we weren't sure if we were going to do it because we didn't have any ideas. And we realized, well, what if it just is based in reality? And like Matt said, we sort of answered the question. So it took us a while to come to terms with the fact that there were some unresolved issues. We'd like to think that we moved on, as you can tell from the sadness in this interview. Emotionally, we haven't let go because we love the show. So I think really the plot of the movie had to be, for us, something that we cared about, and having the show canceled was something that actually made us mad.
Fuck you guys! I need Drawn Together, otherwise I don't exist!
And that's the only way we know how to be funny, is from anger.
And I don't think so. But I do have a surprise for you.
Papa?
Even better. I pulled some juice strings, and I think I can get you a direct-to-DVD movie.
For real? Not for play?
Yes, Foxy, for real, not for play.
My reaction when I heard they wanted to do a movie was, you know, like everyone else. Why? And then, of course, immediately shifted to, you know, how much. And then I went back to why again.
Things can finally get back to the way they was.
Huzzah! When I first heard they were making a movie of Drawn Together, my initial response was, oh, it'll probably be live action. And in that case, they'll probably replace us all, and one of the Jonas Brothers will end up playing Captain Hero.
Well, when I found out there was a movie, I got so excited because it means we get to hang out again and work. And also because the Foxy is the feature, baby.
The Foxy set off to solve the mystery of why the fuck we wasn't censored no more. And to prove to these assholes that I was a serious mystery solver.
When I heard they were making a Drawn Together movie, I was so excited. Because not only was it great to get everyone back together and see what these guys are going to come up with. but it was also a good opportunity for them to get all the stuff that couldn't make it on television out there, and it's bad. Really bad, but awesome.
2 Girls in a Cup was nothing. You know, that's an appetizer for me. So my sensibilities have really been ground down to a nub, and I'm a tough guy to shock. Let's put it that way. And there were things in this movie that even made me blush. I mean, they clearly crossed the line.
The thing is with Drawn Together, man, you know, you've heard the phrase pushing the envelope. Okay, with this show, there's no fucking envelope.
I don't even know if Comedy Central or Matt and Dave have a line, but whatever it is, it was crossed, and then it was crushed, and then I think someone defecated on the line.
The envelope has been shredded into millions of pieces, and Matt and Dave are over in the corner pissing on it while they shit on each other's leg. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the show.
You know, oftentimes you hear about people stepping over the line or going outside of the line. It's another thing just to actually defecate on the line, and that's what happened to the line. As a matter of fact, I don't think you could cross the line anymore without stepping in shit.
And they don't take too kindly to those who are disgusting for the sake of being disgusting.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. What were you saying?
See, when we did the show, we never thought of the show as being outrageous or offensive or crude. It really was just the stuff that made us laugh.
Why did you say it?
I can't tell you from an actress's standpoint how many times we'd have to stop tape because I was really and genuinely laughing so hard at the script or at something Matt or Dave threw at me to say.
How do you say that with a straight face?
This is my job. I take it seriously.
Just stick it in me already!
When you're acting in animation, you actually become this character. You know, when you're doing an on-camera part, it's very clear what the action is. But when you're doing an animated voice, you have to bring the action forth with your voice. So, I mean, just becoming Clara and getting into her mindset and thinking how she'd look at things when she spoke, and singing, I mean, for me was my favorite part, of course.
Clara, she's doing it. It's working.
For fuck's sake, Xander! I'm trying to impress the goddamn king, and I can't fucking sing if you keep flapping those dick-sucking lips of yours. And I was really, really excited to get back in the saddle with Toot and Clara.
I approached the Spanky Ham character a lot like De Niro would approach his characters. You know, during the 4 years or so where I was Spanky Ham, yeah, I was Spanky Ham.
A feces-fueled rocket ship? That's awesome!
I don't regret all of it. There was Thanksgiving where I defecated in a chafing dish, and other than that, almost no run-ins.
Foxy Love is chocolate-colored, freaking, habit-forming, nymphomaniacal, mystery-solving musician. No mirror could be clearer. It's me, baby.
I think I'm similar to Ling Ling because most of the cast on the show they're pretty loud and crazy, and I can just kind of sit back and enjoy and watch all of them. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will get into the mix as well from time to time, but I think just like Ling Ling, I can kind of sit back and assess and judge all of them.
Don't worry, Barney will be here any second to save us. I just know it.
When Captain Hero began, he was just this dumb kind of beer-drinking frat guy, and all he was into was, you know, chicks and stuff.
Captain Hero is here to play poker with the guys.
He became much, much, much more disturbed. He began as just a bad superhero, and as the series progressed, he just became horrible in more ways than I could ever freaking imagine.
Hero? Is that a dead girl?
Hey everybody, this is Molly. She's my girlfriend. Molly, is it okay if I call you my girlfriend? I know I probably should have asked you first.
So there was no growth, there was only a steady deterioration that led to his ultimate demise. Rest in peace.
It's cool that we're able to actually finish the series the way we wanted to finish it. with a few details because we had to take it out for the censors. But it is cool that we got to do that. Like a lot of shows just get taken off the air and don't get their last word. So
You know, they've done the movie, they've done the TV show, so I guess the literary world is all that's left to conquer. So drawing together the book, and I would love to do voiceover if they ever do a book.
Obviously, the Ice Capades thing is going to happen in the theme park. We're going to be doing a lot of photo ops. We're doing a tie-in with Chuck E. Cheese, which I'm excited about because, after all, it is wholesome family entertainment that involves rats. And let's see. And hopefully, look, if enough of you fuckers buy this DVD and you show support, we may be coming back to your TV set and not just to steal it because we need the money.
I think Drawn Together is going to come back as a series. I do. I think the movie will do well and people will demand it. I mean, what does Comedy Central have going on right now, really, if you think about it?
I would love to see another season of Drawn Together. Maybe the introduction of another character to really get things going again. A lot of times when, a series has taken a little bit of a lull, they bring it back by introducing a new character. So I think that would be tremendously fun.
I think that the whole point of animation is that we can surpass real life and we can get away with things that we only tell our friends when we're getting loaded in the tool shed. But then we get to, play it all out. And I don't know what is coming next for Drawn Together. I know what I want to come next, and that is the opportunity to keep making more shows. Because I think Matt and Dave are infinitely talented, and I think they've amassed a really, really lovely group of people. And I just hope we get to keep expressing ourselves in this naughty way.
In college, I had a girlfriend. I thought she was my girlfriend. She slept around a lot. And I finally found out and broke up with her, which was sort of the end. And then one drunken night, we got back together. And I thought this was the greatest night of all. And then the next day, she left and said she never wanted to speak to me again. So I think it's going to be like that, where it's one great night, and then the next day, the wounds are opened again. We're in pain, but eventually we move on. So I do think this is it, right? This has got to be it.
This is the network will remember why they hate this show so much when they see the movie, and then that'll be that.